Hello. Hi.
Mac Wax Stacks! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Mac Wax Stacks. I am BK. I'm a grown man, and I love the hobby of collecting sports cards. And you're here to learn about the Stachestravaganza 2025 on December 2nd, 2025. I'm excited to talk about it. First, let me just give a background as to why I'm even doing this. I started this channel to talk about my Mac collection and just the cards that I picked up, and just to engage with everybody else in this community that I've been watching for so long and talk about our collections. And then I started showing off the cards that I loved because the dudes had amazing mustaches. And then it just started snowballing. People started sending me some stash cards. They sending me more stash cards. Then we're opening packs looking for stash cards. Then I started, let me just make a Frankenstash set. So I'm sending that, and people are sending stacks and stacks of stash cards. And I'm sitting here thinking, what am I going to do with all these cards? Well, I'm going to show my appreciation of the stash and the stash cards through this Stachestravaganza that I'm very excited about. So let's go ahead and let me look at my notes here. I need to get this going. Let me just talk a little bit about what this Stachestravaganza is going to be. So what's the show going to be itself? Well, I'm going to do a couple of, the show's going to focus on a couple of things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the statistics. That's what I call it, the statistics of the entire 1990 top set. I've ran some numbers that I will share with you. My Stashalytics team has gotten all over the numbers. I'm also going to, I got a handful of categories where I will give out the first year of the Stacheys. I have broken down about 10 categories, have some nominees, and then I might even have some of my favorite card homies announce who these winners are. So we'll go ahead and hand out some Stacheys. But the main purpose of this is to enshrine the inaugural class of the Mt Stachemore Hall of Fame. Give them those gold jackets. These are going to be the players who have just shown an unbelievable excellence in stashes on their cardboard run throughout their career. And also we will inaugurate the inaugural class of the Mt Stachemore Hall of Fame individual cards. So just individual cards. Some who've been given through me through the past couple of years that will make the Mt Stachemore Hall of Fame just for that single card, just how amazing those cards are. With the Stachestravaganza, I'm also hosting my very first VR. I'm kind of fired up for this. Never done one. I see all of you do these amazing ones. You have such thoughtful questions and rules for people. And I will wholeheartedly admit that I don't do as many as I wish I could. Just don't have the time. And I'm always behind schedule on what I want to do with these videos. But so I won't take offense if you had VRs and I haven't done them and if you don't do one for me. It's fine. I understand. We're all busy. But this is what the VR is going to be. I want you to make the case for who you think should be one of the 4 people enshrined in the Mt Stachemore Hall of Fame. Things to take into consideration. How many years did they have a stash during their career? What the quality of their stash was? What the height of their stash was? And show an example of this person. It's going to be great. I want to just hear all of your voices because the stash community is very strong. We like to hear everybody. Everybody has a vote. Okay, that we're still voting on who we think. We've got a ton of nominees who've been selected, but we got to narrow it down to 4 for this first inaugural class. So I'm excited to do that. So yeah, just go ahead and show that off and talk about who you think should be in the Mt Stachemore Hall of Fame. Your VR will give you a chance to be entered, or it will enter you into some fun giveaways that I'm going to announce during this awesome event. I can't wait to show you some of the prizes. You're going to love them. So have some fun. Make sure you tag me in the title or description, and I will comment on the videos to make sure that I got it and saw that you are entered. So if you don't hear from me, go ahead and write back on this video or just comment on something. Let me look at the notes here. Also, your video I might make a couple more montages. You know, I love montages on this channel. I've got some more songs dialed up, so maybe I'll enter you into some of those montages and use your Stachey Stache video. If you want to do the Stachey Stache, if you want to do that, just separately, I can cut that and I'll put it in my videos. I love doing that. You'll see some of the guys here.
Stachey Stache.
Yeah, the guys. I got a couple of the card homies who have done those before. And the last thing on it, sorry to my international card homies, I can only do the United States shipping wise for the giveaway. So if you are not in the US of A, I cannot enter you. I apologize for that. But you still get to enjoy a fun show, right? So see you here December 2nd for the Stachestravaganza. I'll put the details in the deadline. I will put it in. I think it's going to be November. Let me put it right here. Put the deadline right here. That'll be the deadline. I'll have it in the details of the video as well. And can't wait. Let's go ahead and get to something else, shall we?
Stachey Stache.
Okay, back to the card desk. Let's go ahead and show some cards. Before I get to, I'm going to, speaking of VRs, I'm going to get to my man Robert Sagady, the commenting collector. He's got a VR out there. Deadline's coming up, so I had to get this out. But before I get to his VR, I'm going to show off just a couple of cards related to kind of stuff going on or recent pickups. I love this. This is a Chris Bassett. Pack pulled this thing. These are a tough, like an SP. See that the lights in the background is like a scoreboard. I can't remember exactly what maybe I'll put the name of the parallel on the back. But this is Chris Bassett, Mac Legend. So he falls into the Mac stack.
Mac stack.
Yep, the Mac stack. But then, you know, Blue Jays are battling the Dodgers for World Series. They're first since, what, 93? So that is definitely a giant card. Man. I want to show this pickup from a little while back. The Larry Leggy, the Living Legend set. So this is a great insert set. 93, 94 Fleer. I do have the MJ, so I think I have just one of these to get. I have two. There's two that I need to get. Barkley, and then I have an Elijah one, but it's in bad shape, so I want a good one. But that's a giant card for me. This is from that Topps 75th anniversary autos. This is the Julia Nixon from Rambo First Blood Part 2. A little auto of her. She not a long career,
Warning,
but I had to
low
get this
maturity
because I'm
level.
a huge Rambo and 80s fan. Julia Nixon, I just remember her. She kept saying Rambo, and she gave him that signature necklace. I don't know, that was like a piece of what kind of jewelry that was on that necklace that Rambo puts on when he wants to strike revenge.
Low maturity level.
Then, oh gosh, yeah, you heard it. You heard it. I got a warning, but I have to do it. So here's a golfer for the LML collection. Let's say, what's his name? Oh, Dick Mast. So Richard Mast. That's, you can imagine what his sailboat looks like, but no card for the LML collection, not the Stachey Stache. Let's go ahead and get to Rob's VR. So Rob wants you to put together a fantasy team, a fantasy baseball team, and show cards. If you got to have the cards for them. So in honor of the Stachestravaganza, I'm going to do it a little themed. So I'm breaking down, like I said before, the 1990 Topps baseball set. So I'm going to come up with the fantasy team for the 1990 Topps baseball set, and they all have mustaches, okay? So at catcher, let me go ahead and I'll round out the outfield. I have some cuts to make, but I thought I'd do it on here, but I'm going to do the outfield. So the outfield, I'm going to have Barry Bonds. I'm going to put them up here. The Hawk, Andre Dawson. Now, I went through this 1990 Topps set, and I pulled all the mustache cards that were available. And Tony Gwynn, they have him as an outfielder there. And the statistics are just amazing. I'm going to love going through those with you. Kind of a channel favorite here with 600 degrees to Sean Dunston. So the shortstop, I'm going to go with Sean Dunston. Let's put the, I'm going to put the outfielders just kind of up there, standing up. Of course, these are not sleeved or anything. I've got 500 sets of 1990 tops. So I'm going to go ahead and put the base guys out here. So Sean Dunston, of course, I do my 600 degrees to Sean Dunston.
That's hot.
Great stash there. At second base, we're going to go Harold Reynolds. Now, Harold Reynolds was kind of up for one of the categories wearing that Mariners jacket, and then he's got the glove while he's throwing the baseball. Just kind of a funny little outfit, but he's going to run our second base. First base, got to go with Hernandez. Or, well, actually, first base, I've got 3 candidates I got to pick. So I've got Keith Hernandez, Fred McGriff, or Donnie Baseball. It's Donnie Baseball. I mean, he's just legendary for his stash, even though, once again, he's in the World Series here with the Blue Jays. But sans stash, so he doesn't have the stash going right here. And third base, the hot corner, of course, Wade Boggs in that classic 1990. So I know Shane, Shoebox Legends, is going to appreciate this as I run out the all stash fantasy team from the 1990 set. Let's go to catcher. Now you see him back here, Mike LaValliere. Got to have him, but as you will see back here, yes, a channel favorite, Don Slott. I had to bump LaValliere for Don Slott because he is always one of the Stachey Stache fans that we have up.
Stache.
Pitcher, I'm going to go with starter and reliever. Starters are between Jack Morris. Jack with that classic Tiger stash. Doc Gooden, little bit of a dirt stash. Very thin, but he's trying. You know, doesn't have much to work with. Maybe he just cleaned it up more. And then Randy Johnson. Now, for this, I got to go Randy Johnson. His hair stash combo has always been one of the best. And then closing it out as the reliever, Dennis Eckersley. So actually a pretty good squad fantasy-wise. We might be a little, catcher-wise, shortstop, not as many numbers as second base as normal. But the rest of the guys, all-stars, great careers. And that's going to round it up. Go check out Rob's channel and see all the other videos everybody else made. Everybody did a great job. I've been watching those. And that's a chance to win a prize. So hopefully something comes of this, because Rob's got some great prizes over there. And I don't know, let's go see what's happening on the next segment.
Well, 1 block south of Laycock Lane, there is a place we like to go. On the card wall we will hang at a place called Rookie Row.
Welcome back to Rookie Row. Let's go ahead, just south of Laycock Lane, let's go ahead and fill in the Rookie Row. Let's see who we have here. First off, I'm going to start off with this 78-79 Marcus Johnson. Marcus Johnson was the #1 draft pick after his College Player of the Year at UCLA in 1977. And he came in for the Milwaukee Bucks, averaged about 18 points a game as a rookie and had a nice long career. I love Marcus Johnson because I think he's still making dunk videos.
Raymond, that's you.
Every year he goes out to see if he's still dunking. As you guys know, you might know, I still have 1 dunk left in me. Let's go to this update, 2015 update. Byron Buxton, rookie. I just saw this in a bargain bin, and I was like, you know what, Byron Buxton, great career for the Twinnies and for the Twinkies, and had to pick up his rookie card, just the update base rookie, nothing big. There we go. Now, shout out to my hockey homies. So I'm not a big hockey guy, but I like to grab a couple old Topps rookie cards. We've got the Brett Hull 88-89 Topps rookie. Brett Hull, the legend for the Blues. Let's show that on there for Shane and all the other hockey homes. Now I've got, this is fun, 1991 KO boxing rookie of Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones, man, he was a thing in the when I was in college in the 90s. Like, you didn't want to miss a Roy Jones Jr. fight. And one of the great boxing legends of all time. Shout out to Dre Diaz. I'm sure he was a Roy Jones Jr. fan. And how about this? This is from the 1999 New Line Productions card for the Austin Powers set of Mustafa, and you know who that is. Will Ferrell, baby. This is a Will Ferrell rookie card.
My name is Mustafa.
There are some tops like baseball cards of his, but he's got a couple cards in this set. This is, his character card, so I consider this his rookie card and a perfect addition to Rookie Row. Gotta love Will Ferrell. So there's Rookie Row.
Pork chop sandwiches.
That is gonna wrap it up here on Mac Wax Stacks. Thank you for watching. Can't wait to see the VRs, everybody. They're going to be so fun. I'm kind of excited to do this. And if there's only 5 of them, well, you 5 people are going to win some awesome cards because the prizes, I just got a couple more in. They're going to be pretty cool. Let's celebrate the stashes, baby. Let's celebrate them. Stachey Stache. We'll do it on December 2nd. VR, November 23rd is the deadline. Get it in. Make sure you tag me on it. And go check out the rules below if you need the details. And I will see you soon back here on
Mac Wax Stacks.